Alright, here we are for the next round. This hand, if our opponent is playing an aggro deck, it might not be very good. But it's got Ancestral Vision and all our colors, so we'll see what happens. Alright. Now next turn, I think Monolith is better than Everflowing Chalice for 1. Next turn, or I guess any subsequent turn, we could play this for 6 and then be able to quickly untap this again anyway. Okay, so it looks like he's playing White Weenie. So it's fortunate that he had a slow draw. Let's play this. I guess he could be playing like mono white tokens too. If he got, there was an Honor of the Pure in the draft and a Spectral Procession. Okay. That Mentor of the Meek is going to get annoying over the course of the game. It'd be nice to... Well, that's not really the removal spell we needed. So... We're going to multi-kick this 3 times. And remember to use our 4 mana to untap Monolith at the end of his turn. This is a matchup where our Wrath is going to be good. Hopefully this will draw us into something good like that. If they're actually playing a bunch of creatures and we could stop them from attacking us, then Gideon is also excellent. Okay, 5 mana for a Meloku. That could become problematic. So let's draw something good here. Okay, Gideon is good. Will it beat Meloku? So if I play it now, it'll go 5, 6, 7, 8 counters. You can attack it to 6, and then it'll go up 4 more to 10. He can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if he returns all his lands, he still can't kill it. So I think I'm going to play it. And I was going to draw a card and then immediately grab the top again just to draw a card with this. But I guess this is a shuffle effect, so we should grab a few cards we want first before we do that. Really what we want is to just find a Wrath to be able to kill his guys and then kill him with Gideon. This is a pretty good combination. He's attacking me instead of Gideon. That's curious. I guess he could have Oblivion Ring or something for this if he's not worried about it. Geist. So he's just wanting to be very aggressive. I guess maybe I should have topped in response to that. I might wanted to have packed negation it. Okay, so here we want Sphinx's Revelation and nothing else. I guess we would take the Bad River as a shuffle effect. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, Sphinx's Revelation for 11. He could have a counter spell. So, do we do it now? Might just do it now. What happens? What else can we do? Yeah, let's just do that. If we do it, it's going to be hard to lose. We are going to play around the days we saw in the draft. So, yeah. And I guess we'll play. We can play Land Sphere or Land Spellskite or Land Narcolepsy. I think we're going to play Sphere, set up a nice upheaval next turn. Well, I'm not even sure we need to upheaval with this Gideon. Let's ditch Bad River and Caves. So unfortunately we're one short of activating this ultimate, or I guess really two short because you can't activate it effectively on exactly 15. So if he attacks Gideon with everything, I have to block here with Blade Splicer, and that might be what he's going at here. Hopefully he doesn't have a hard counter for upheaval, because I think we're just going to upheaval this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have 10 mana. So we're going to upheaval, cast this again. So we don't really care about casting this again. So we're going to use this to gain 4 life by blocking here. I think that's right. It might be better to hold on to that, but we have a sufficient amount of stuff to do with our hand. Okay, so he tapped his island. That's excellent for us. I guess we'll see if we can get in 14 here. Alright, we do. We're gonna upheaval. I wish we got that back, but we do not. Play Gideon. Play top. And unfortunately, we don't have him dead. Okay, we'll discard Spellskite. Discard Jace. We have so many cards. I think we want to. No. I was going to say we want to keep that Wasteland in case he has like a Celestial Colonnade, but he's never going to get to Colonnade, and like Mishra's Factory is not as big a deal, or Mutavault. So 3 more cards. It's going to be Dismiss. We aren't really ramping to anything anymore with Monolith because we played our 2 big spells. And I guess just an island. We really want to keep the rest of these cards. We should be okay on lands. Okay, he plays Mom. So I guess his plan is to chump block forever. We can fix that by putting Narcolepsy on it. So I think it's better to plus this and then attack for 7 rather than attack. Well, it might be. No. It's probably better to attack for 5 because then it puts him at 1, and then our Trinket Mage is also lethal if we have to get through with it instead. Yeah, so we'll do that. We're going to go Island, Narcolepsy. He can remove the Narcolepsy by giving this Pro Blue. Yeah, so that doesn't really work, does it? Okay, if we Narcolepsy it, then... Oh no, it does work. Because on his turn he can remove it and by giving it Pro Blue, but then his guy is tapped so it can't block. You could always really throw us for a loop here and chump block, but I don't see that happening. So not the best use of Narcolepsy. It's basically just tapping his Mother of Runes, but that's a fine use for it in this situation, I think. If he has Swords to Plowshares or Path Exile or something, we could be in trouble. But if his plan is to play a creature and chump, then we still have the Detention Sphere. And his plan is Windbrisk Heights. I hope that doesn't indicate that he has a path. It certainly could. Okay, so I don't think we can not attack here, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah. There was a path in that draft, I think, that we don't have. And there it is. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Get an island. Okay, that was a good draw. We're going to go ahead and play Trinket Mage to keep up the pressure. So that may have been an ambitious use of Narcolepsy there. I think it was fine. Surely he would have used that path earlier if he had had it, so maybe he just drew it or something. So what are our options here? We can Detention Sphere, which taps that and makes him trade there. Or we can just play Sorin. We can play Sorin and create a 1/1. I think that's what we do. He's going to get to kill it if he wants, but that will require him to tap Geist. I should have held on to that dismiss. If I had had it, I guess I could have just done nothing with getting in that turn and waited until the next turn. But then our narcolepsy play isn't really an available play. So I don't know. It was probably fine. It put him on essentially 1 out. Knight of Glory. We would like for him to not have another 2-drop. Cheetah. Okay, that's good. I think we win. So I guess we Detention Sphere Mom, because if we Detention Sphere Knight, he can give it Pro Blue, and then Blanc can kill our Trinket Mage. And I can't think of anything he could have here. He could have Shining Shoal. If he's got Shining Shoal, okay. Not a lot of decks playing Shining Shoal in the main deck. Okay, so Sword is really good here, except we don't really want a lot of creatures in this matchup. We probably want the Sylvan Moon Cavaliers, because that's pro-white. Porcelain Legionnaire might be reasonable. What cards do we not want? Spellskite really seems like an underperformer. I guess it's a wall in this matchup. Jace probably won't be able to live very long. The rest of the cards seem good. Pact of Negation might be kind of pricey. Okay, so we definitely want this Still Moon Cavalier. Let's try cutting these 2 cards. So we get 1 more card. Sword of War and Peace. We have 4 creatures and 2 planeswalkers that make creatures. I think we just want this Porcelain Legionnaire. Are there any other creatures we want more? Maybe we want Slaughter Pact more. Yeah, let's do Slaughter Pact. Oh, and I guess we could cut... Wasteland seems pretty bad against him, so we'll cut that for the Legionnaire. This hand seems fine. If he has a really fast draw, then... Okay, he doesn't. And Condemn was an excellent draw. This is almost the same hand we had last game. I'm going to hold up Essence Scatter. If he has Geist of St. Traft, then that's a problem card for us. Wake Thrasher, we don't mind just condemning. Okay, so I can Plains and top, or I can Sanctum. I think I still want to hold up Essence Scatter. I'm just going to play this and hold up Essence Scatter. Yeah, maybe that's bad though, because I think I want to condemn this. If he just waits to play his card post-combat, then holding up Essence Scatter doesn't do anything. Because I'm not going to just not condemn this. Ajani, yeah. I lost a game to that card earlier tonight. So we really need a way to deal with this Ajani soon. Alright, we're going to play the Monolith. If worse comes to worst, we can tap the Monolith to Essence Scatter. But really, we just want to get it into place so we can Revelation for a bunch next turn. Knight of Glory is fine. Okay, so Pact of Negation might be worth holding on to. Oh, it's moot because we're just going to draw all three of these, so we'll put Pact on top if he dazes or something. I don't know. I don't know what he could have because our last opponent had Force and Misdirection. Two, three, four, five. So he can Revelation for 5 this turn or for 8 next turn. But if we do 8 next turn, then this guy's at 7. So then we just have to have our Wrath to not lose to it or have Upheaval. But I'm willing to play that game. Draw 7 cards and have 2 outs. Or 9 cards, rather. We also get to see additional cards here, so it's not so bad. He's also stuck on 3 lands. Of course, that Mother of Runes is going to be problematic too. One way or another, we're going to have to draw a Wrath soon. Dismantling Blow. Don't think there's a lot we can do there. We could top and find Dismiss, but I'm not sure we would even want to do that. We could Pact of Negation and draw. No, Pact of Negation would be terrible. We're giving up basically a card and 5 mana next turn. So I guess we do this now while he's tapped out. The only thing he could have is Daze. I'm not sure if we play around it or not. I don't think we do. Draw. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to. We'll just draw 4. Not a spectacular 4. So what needs to happen here? We kind of need to draw Wrath and Upheaval. Or just Upheaval. Just Upheaval would be fine. So we're going to get to top, and then put 2 away with Court Hussar, and then top again. And that really needs to yield an Upheaval. That really needs to yield an Upheaval. Do we pact that? That makes this an 8/8, a 9/9, so it's a 2-turn clock. I think we have to pact it. That's not the best. But yeah, I think it's right. Although here he can already double strike it. I guess he's saving up to ultimate. Yeah, with Elspeth in play, he could have jumped it and then double striked it, and that would have put us at 1. So we're going to end up paying 5, having 4 mana left over. So we don't really want any of these. I think we're dead. But we'll take Trinket Mage as a shuffler. And play Court Hussar. Sorin is the best card there. So he can get us to 1 if he has nothing. If he gives this Pro Blue, or no, he doesn't have to give it Pro Blue, he just has to jump and double strike it. And then that'll deal 12 to us. I suspect he'll do that. I don't know what he's thinking about. He does, okay. So we're at 1, but we've got a lot of live draws. Now that he can't ultimate this, the Wrath is also good. Ugh, that's miserable. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. We're going to play 3 for this, so that's 7 mana. So if we look now at the third card down, then we don't have mana for Upheaval, right? So Upheaval mana, look at the top. Yeah, so I think we have to play... We can either look at the third card down and only have Wrath as an out, or we can not look at the third card down and have 2 cards as outs. So I think that's better. So we have to draw Upheaval, Supreme Verdict. Yeah, and that's it. So we are dead. Detention Sphere. Detention Sphere doesn't do anything because he can just give protection. What if we Detention Sphere this? Then he can just give something Pro Blue. So I think we're dead. We'll try Detention Sphereing a Johnny and hoping he messes up. Oh no, he has Moloku as a flyer. So we're just dead all over. See what he does. See what the next card down was. Still Moon Cavalier. Yep, it was not coming. We got to see a lot of cards there, but it didn't do us any good. So, do we want this sword? He has blue creatures too, so it's not guaranteed unblockable. I think we're probably okay where we're at. Being on the play is certainly going to be significant here too. This opener is fine. It's got Essence Scatter and Supreme Verdict. Hopefully we'll be able to dismiss that Ajani, then just deal with his creatures. I don't think I'm very scared of his 2-drops, so I'm just going to play Sanctum now. Okay, that worked out. And that is a good card. Definitely going to Essence Scatter, guys. It's nice to know that guy's out of the way. And tapping out here means he can play Ajani, but then we have Gideon in play to kill his Ajani, so it doesn't really matter. So overall, these first 4 turns were a pretty incredible start for us. Not sure what his plan is there. I guess maybe he has Path Exile. I think it's better to attack for 5 than get 1 loyalty counter on him. If he had creatures in play, then I would probably plus him, but alright, drawing Sphinx's Revelation is not bad either. It'd be nice to get a Warden Power Stone or Grim Monolith to power that up a little more. Okay, Spectral Procession's good. We're probably going to Detention Sphere that. Okay, so with these in play, we can plus for 4 every turn, which might be better. I think I'm going to plus for 4 and then Detention Sphere. That's a fine use of Detention Sphere. Of cards we've seen, there's not many cards he has left that we're really that afraid of. I guess we kind of are of Ajani, but we have Blade Splicer to kill it, and Gideon to kill it. Additionally, putting tokens under this makes Upheaval a lot better. We don't run into that situation with the Niv Mizzet from the first game. Alright, Cake is good. Can't say I saw that coming. So attacking with Gideon into Kega seems terrible. We can draw 4 off Revelation. We can Wrath and then attack for 9. It's just creatures, right? Yeah. I think Revelation for 4 is probably better. Okay. So we found our Upheaval. That's at least a couple turns away. But we can Worn Power Stone and Wrath this turn, and then Upheaval next turn. If he plays another big creature... Okay, what was that? Dismantling Blow... oh, targeting the Golem with Kicker. So that's okay. So 7... We could actually upheaval this turn. If we upheaval, we end up with a land and sphere in play. That's not that great. I think we'll make him attack Gideon again. Although, if I just attack, I get in 6 damage, and he still has to attack Gideon again. So I think I'm going to do that instead. Okay, so we've got 8 mana. That's 3. Yeah, this is setting us up for a really good turn next turn. Assuming he doesn't have some sort of counterspell. He's got to have a counterspell somewhere in his deck. Of course, I have no idea what it's in his hand because the cards we've seen in the other games are not a bunch of 6-drops, you know? Come on, tap that island. Mentor of the Meek. And Wake Thrasher. Okay. So I think we're in good shape here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. So we get to upheaval. We can upheaval Gideon Sphere, or we can upheaval Splicer Stillmoon Cavalier. Splicer Stillmoon Cavalier is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of power. I think I like playing Gideon and Sphere instead, though. Having the Sphere in play is pretty good. That lets us play Splicer next turn, so. Make sure we do our mana right here. Oh, did I? Oh, geez, I'm so bad. I played my land first. That was a bonehead mistake. It's getting late. So we have 5 mana left over. So we don't even get to play the Sphere. We just get to play Gideon. Yeah. I mean, alternatively, we could play both of our mana rocks. I think it's probably better to just play Gideon, though. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm not as bad as I thought. I did not play a land first. So that's good. Discard 2 more. Let's get rid of Island. 4. I think we can get rid of Arcane Sanctum. We've got the Sphere for black. So hopefully he doesn't have his Path to Exile again. I think we still have to attack as though he doesn't have it. Slaughter Pact is a pretty good draw there. Alright, so he has to deal with our Golem token and our Gideon this turn, and I don't see that happening. Although Plateau's interesting, that could make things happen. And Lightning Helix. So that is going to put him at 6, and then he dies anyway. Alright. So that's our second match. We'll be back in just a moment for round 3.